All right, we are saying goodbye to Carolina Beach.
Get on your feet, get on out the door, take it to the street. Turn up the heat, we're working up the sweat, yeah. I'll show you something that you won't forget,
We're at the Oregon Inlet.
Oregon Inlet Campground at the Cape Hatteras National Seashore. And we're taking a hike down to the north point of the Oregon Inlet. We're gonna hike to the beach, and down the beach, it's about a 1.5 mile walk. Let's see if we can do it.
The 3 mile out and back is what he means. He tells me it's a 1.5 miles. I'm like, so both 1.5 miles?
It's about a mile, 1.5 miles from here to get to the point. Let's see if we can make it.
So we came past the boundary of the park, and puppies are allowed. It's amazing to be on this incredibly narrow strip of land that they call the Outer Banks.
We're about halfway to the north point of the Oregon Inlet, but if you look this way, we're almost to the point where the Atlantic Ocean and the Pamlico Sound join together. We've come to the Oregon Inlet North Point, and there's a bird sanctuary, and they have it completely roped off, and a whole bunch of birds, and they've even roped it off all the way down to the water just up ahead. So we're gonna double back and go take a break over here by the dunes and enjoy the day.
I'm gonna go see some lighthouses, and I'm really excited to see these lighthouses. I love lighthouses. I always think they're so dramatic looking because they're always in dramatic places, so that's cool. Here we are at the Cape Hatteras Light Station. Since 1803, this lighthouse has been helping mariners and guiding them through these treacherous waters. There have been 82 known lighthouse keepers at this lighthouse since 1803. The original lighthouse was actually about 1/2 mile in front of me, behind you guys. These foundation stones were moved here to protect them. The Historical Society carved the names of the known lighthouse keepers into these foundations so they would be always remembered. Built in 1870, the lighthouse stands at 198.5 feet tall. It is the tallest brick lighthouse in the United States. These buildings behind me were the quarters for the lighthouse keeper. The principal lighthouse keeper lived in the little house behind us, which was built in 1871. And the house that is now the museum was actually a duplex, which was for the assistant lighthouse keepers. And that was built just a few years later. These properties are absolutely beautiful, and they are right on the grounds of the lighthouse, obviously.
What you need to lend a helping hand when you wake up, just know that we're...
So, how do you feel?
This is so cool to drive on this! Oh my gosh!
Let's see where we're going. Here we go.
Whoa, this is freaky!
If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button and subscribe.
We walk the miles, make the space, take the time, never late.
In the early 1800s, hundreds of ships ran aground here because of the difficult undercurrents and the shifting sandbars. The first lighthouse built on this land was built in 1857 and it was only 57 feet tall, but it was actually built on unstable foundations and didn't last very long. In 1861, they built a 90-foot lighthouse here, but sadly that was blown up by Confederate troops during the Civil War. The Bodie Island Lighthouse was completed on October 1st, 1872.
Set you free, cause when you need someone to trust, we are always there. Say your goals, live your dreams, you can always lean on me. In blue skies are gray, we are always there. And through the fire, through the change, we ain't afraid, gonna be here every day. We walk the miles, make the space, take the time, never late. We do it.
The first thing they want you to know here at the Wright Brothers Memorial is they did not fly from Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk was the largest town and the only town that had a telegraph station. So when they sent the telegraph, it came from Kitty Hawk and the journalists just ran with it. They actually flew from Kill Devil's Hill.
We are about to take a journey on the path of flight.
They came here for two reasons. There was open space, there were no people, they had a soft place to land, because remember they were gliders, and also this is a very famous area for very high winds. Here we are walking the flight line. There are 4 boulders along here, and each one of them represents the flights that the brothers took and how successful they were. This is the end of the first flight. It just took 12 seconds and they went just 120 feet. The same day they did the second flight, and this was just 12 seconds and they went 175 feet. A few minutes later they tried again. 15 seconds, but they went 200 feet this time. And then here we go. Let's walk all the way to 4.
When you're here by my side, and
The fourth flight, they were up for 59 seconds and flew 852 feet. And the pilot was Wilbur.
The wind is coming from this direction, so if we're going to take off, we want to take off into the wind. Ah, crash landed!
We're having absolutely no fun today, none at all. All right, we're gonna go walk up to the monument. It's rather a large hill, but let's go do it.
Turn around, it's way over there.
Way over there.
from this day on, we can breathe in the moment. Open arms, we can.
We are at the launch point, and you can see this rail right here on the floor, and they put a dolly on there and they would launch right off this rail. And the first flight right down here, over 800 feet, almost a minute long. And now we're gonna go up to the memorial where they flew the non-powered flights and learned about how the wings are shaped and how they could twist the wings so they could control their flight when they finally put the engines on there. This is Big Kill Devil Hill, and when the Wright brothers were here, it was a sand dune. You know how hard it is to walk on sand. Well, it wasn't easy. We are at the Wright Brothers Memorial, started in 1928, dedicated in 1932. It's on a 5-pointed star pedestal, and it's a beautiful V shape like a wing. It's very aerodynamic looking, and we're at the point of it right here.
This is the only monument erected in the United States to a living person.
Dream out loud, take our chance, take it now.
Now we've come down the back. So this is what they jumped off. They just ran and, you know, like you do with a hang glider these days, but these guys did not know whether it was going to stay up in the air. Quite brave when you think about it. That's quite the drop, isn't it?
This replica is depicting the actual moment of first flight. As you can see, it's just lifted off the dolly and the rail. It's just a few inches off the floor.
This is where he lay
Right, and they used the one engine in the middle with bicycle chains to turn both of the props from one engine in the center. And the bicycle chain went right over his back through these tubes. Okay, the guy up there touching my head, that was Wilbur, closest to the plane. The one on the plane is Orville.
Okay.
Then you've got Jan Daniels here from the U.S. Life Saving from Kill Devil Hills. And Willis Dole, Adam Etheridge, and W.C. Brinkley were also from the U.S. Life Saving Station. And then this kid, a 16-year-old boy who lived his whole life on the Outer Banks.
I think it's very fitting that they still have an airport here.
We headed back to camp to enjoy our final sunset.
We thoroughly enjoyed our time at the Outer Banks. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Join us next week as we head to Virginia to visit the home of the third President of the United States, Thomas Jefferson.
Until then, we'll see you on the trail.